Hi, Irv Arndt with CFS Agronomy. I wanted to talk about 7 different things I see in corn that lead to success. Most years this year was really tough with the extreme conditions we had at planting and then the dry weather in a lot of areas. Some areas we had really good crops, especially where we had some water or higher organic matter soils that could hold moisture. So the first thing I want to talk about is pick hybrids that got a strong emergence score. We see that again and again. Even last year with the extreme conditions we had, some of these hybrids made it through better and had a sufficient enough stand to produce a good yield where we didn't have to replant. Granted, we made a lot of decisions to replant. It turned out pretty darn good this year, but most years replanting doesn't turn out like it did this year in a super long growing season. So watch the emergence scores on the hybrids. Number 2, zinc. Zinc helps with that early emergence, helps with phosphorus uptake. We saw it this year with some of the hybrids that we sell that do have zinc on the seed, definitely saw better emergence. Even with a starter fertilizer, running a good quality zinc, EDPA zinc that's fully available is a big deal, helps with emergence and in that early season and phosphorus uptake in that plant. Keep that plant green, healthy, and growing. Number 3, V5 fungicide aids in plant health and root growth early. You could see it this year where we sprayed the V5 fungicide, and side by sides we dug up plants, definitely had better root growth, was off to the races quicker, and helps with the late season standability. Another thing when we're doing the V5 fungicide, a lot of times we do put zinc in there. We keep feeding this plant zinc. It just helps us all season long. Another thing is you need nitrogen all along the root zone. You need it up high and down low, all through that plant. We do a lot of fall anhydrous with N-Serve, and we come back with a lower rate of 32 over the top with our herbicide. That works really good. Also, stabilizers with urea or 32% instinct really helps with keeping that nitrogen in that root zone through the season, and just making sure that plant never has to want for nitrogen. A solid herbicide program is number 5. If you can see weeds from the road, it's too late. You've lost yield. You want to keep that grass out early. Spray that post herbicide early. In some cases, when you can row the corn, if you got a lot of weed pressure, spray it. We want to get out there early just to help ensure there's no pressure on that corn. We never want that corn to have a bad day. Soybeans, on the other hand, can take a beating. They can take a lot of stress and still yield. Corn doesn't like a lot of outside stresses, so that's a big deal. Number 6, late season fungicide to help put weight on those corn plants and just keep it healthy throughout the season. I want it alive as long as possible to capture nutrients late in the season, capture everything we've done. We saw some really good results with fungicide, 17, 18 bushel on a few trials that I worked with. The corn was just healthier, and there was more leaves on it this fall, and it really, really made a difference. One of the things I see, number 7, that's a big deal, is if you can harvest early. We had a long growing season this year, a lot of heat units, in some areas 2,800 heat units. We're used to getting 25. Well, a lot of this 102, 103 day corn, we picked it at 17, 18%, and we lost yield. We had shelling in the head, different things. And for whatever case that may be, this phantom yield loss we talk about is real. We really saw it this year. So if you can, harvest early. Start harvesting in the 20s. I understand this year is different than most, but I'd always rather be on the early side. And I think drying corn when it's warmer out too is less expensive than when it's cold. Obviously, don't use as much fuel. That's all I had for today. Thanks for listening, and have a good day.